Hey there, welcome to the Teeny Tinkers channel. I make ball jointed doll and craft related content. Today we're jumping into a double doll customization. Okay, there's 2 dolls on the work table, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got a Peachy Gale teeny tiny. It was meant to be 2 Gales for this video, but I accidentally printed an old doll file here for an unreleased tiny. I'm not sure what happened. I must have just grabbed it by accident when I was looking for Gale's CTB file. It is, again, not the doll that I had planned on releasing, but I didn't want to waste her, so let's finish her anyways. Besides the head being an unreleased head, it is also the old version of the legs, so around the knees is a little thinner, and the knees don't have the locks that the new ones do. The new knee locks really help hold the leg in place, but she is pretty sturdy anyways. First things first, let's talk face-ups. I've got my dolls prepped and ready with 2 layers of MSC sealant each. For materials, I use my beloved pan pastels, but I also use watercolor pencils and pens, acrylic paint, and as steady as a hand that I can manage. Also, pro tip, work in light layers and build up gradually. I'm not showing it, but I do seal in between many layers. So the girls I'm customizing today are going to be themed friends, which are going to be donated as a prize or prizes to a couple or a single doll convention coming up. I'll explain in a minute. Gale here is going to be magical girl themed or magical Gale themed. This is also the theme for Dolls North this May. If you don't know, Dolls North is a part of Anime North in Toronto, Ontario. I went last year as a regular to scope it out, and I had a ton of fun. I actually have a vlog here you can check out if you're into that. Besides making a prize doll this year, I also am going to be a vendor at Dolls North. I will have a bunch of BJDs and other fun artsy things, so if you're going, be sure to pop by. I'll be near the Dolls North display, across from Artist Alley, I believe. So the face-up I'm doing on Gale, by the way, is blue and pink, because that's going to be the basis of her whole look. I love the way blue and pink look together. I think it's very magical girl. I think it's very cute. So I'm just blushing her face the way I usually do, but I'm going to do her eyebrows like in a light brown color. But the real magic comes in with the freckles and the way I do her eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow look is very pigmented and it's made with pastels, and then I go over it with acrylic, and I also add some little sparkle details. Okay, then there's this girly. She was supposed to be a prize for Resin Rose, which is board game themed this year. I'm not sure if I should still send her, as she's one of a kind and not a doll I planned on selling, but the theme for her look is Candyland, so I'm just gonna go with it for now, and also let's go ahead and name this sculpt Candy for good measure. Also, let me know what you think I should do. New doll, probably blank for Resin Rose, or should I just go ahead and send her? Somebody would prefer the novelty of having a complete one-of-a-kind doll, even though she is definitely imperfect and not something, like I said, I would be happy selling. But as a giveaway, maybe somebody would like it, I don't know. Or do you think people would prefer to have one of my released sculpts, but probably blank, because I don't think I'll have time to print, sand, and customize a whole other doll. Especially with all of the things I'm going to be doing in the coming few months. We're getting ready for a lot of changes around here, guys. Now that my girls have some personality with their face-ups, let's move along to the eyes. For a magical touch, I am crafting custom resin eyes using my 3D printed bases. I just painted these with acrylic and watercolor and then added some resin, and voila! Super quick eyes that add some life to these sweet little faces. But safety first, make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area if you're working with resin. I always make sure to wear a respirator for these things. Alright, let's switch gears. It is time for some fabulous hairdos. Or if you have been around, you know that in my case sometimes hair don'ts. Wigs are not my strong area. Please do not come for me with these wigs. I am doing my best. I am trying. It is what it is, everybody. But yeah, wigs are not my strong area, but I am slowly improving. I'm making my yarn wigs using a hot glue gun. It's fun and budget-friendly and quick, especially if you're looking for a way to create cool custom hairstyles for your dolls. But if you're looking for a better video on wig making, check out Hopeful Creation and I's video on making wigs. It looks like this, and I'll pin it down in the description, same as the Dolls North video from last year. Also wanted to take a quick minute here just to insert myself into my own voiceover and ask that if you are watching and you're not subscribed, if you like the video, if you're into this kind of thing, I would absolutely love if you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, like, and comment, as many of you know, YouTube sees that engagement and will share my page to other people who might like this kind of stuff. And it really helps small artists and creators to find their audience and find people who like the things they do or introduce them to new people. As rough as the wigs are, I'm really happy with how the Magical Gale themed one came out. The colors and braids are very, very cute. I'm happy with the style. I think it looks great on her. Candy's is a little simpler, but I think it's going to be cute anyways. The colors are super fun. I wish I had more yarn colors, but I figure by pulling and blending them, I get the same kind of candy colored idea that I was going for anyways. Although I do think I could have used a little bit less yellow. That yellow is intense and is definitely an overbearing color in this wig. But let me know if you like it or if you think it should have been more yellow, maybe. Alright, with the eyes, face-ups, and wigs complete, let's move on to the final touches, which are outfits and shoes. Gail is channeling her inner magic girl, so we're going for a blend of cute and powerful, but mostly cute. I'm making a watercolor dress with this really pretty fabric I found, and I have this semi-sheer white fabric for a floofy underskirt. Then I just go through my details box and find some cute things to add to the dress to make it even cuter. Also, note to self, I need to start making patterns for my tiny dolls, at least for the basics. If I just try and make patterns as I go, eventually I will have a whole catalog of them and it will be great. I keep saying it, but making a pattern folder for myself is an absolute must for me at this point because I'm getting very frustrated at not being able to replicate items I've made. Also, I didn't want to make shoes this time, so I found some doll shoes and just gave them new life with some paint. I like to do this for the teeny tinies and the micro since Chelsea, Barbie, and Ken shoes are pretty easily accessible. Alright, so Candy is themed around Candyland, so think bright colors and whimsical designs. In this case, a sprinkle dress to go with her sprinkle freckles. It's gonna have a cute colorful belt, and I make a macaroon-inspired purse. Then I added candy-themed accessories, which included painting her shoes to look like they have frosting on the toes. Super cute! I don't know if this is giving as much Candyland as it is Sugar Rush, but there was an attempt. Some of the details are imperfect, and tiny dolls can be hard to get the items perfect on. Tiny dolls equals tiny seams equals tiny painting, everything. But I'm pretty happy with how they came out anyways. And I had fun doing it. And really, that's one of the most important parts. But that's outfits done. Let's sit back, relax, take a sip of coffee, and let's check out the results. And there we have it. 2 one-of-a-kind themed ball-jointed dolls with at least one ready to be a prize at a convention. And I hope this video inspires you to try customizing a doll, or inspires you to come on out to Anime North this spring and come give us a visit. I also believe I'm going to be running a panel of some kind, so you'll have that to look forward to as well as a bunch of other fan art type of things that I plan on making and have been making. I've been having actually a ton of fun making fan art. But for now, if you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. If you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!